I'm going to tell you something that you may or may not know about me. I really can't stand the word obedience. Like, that word sets me on edge more quickly than almost any other word. One of the reasons that I hate that word so much is at its core, obedience is transactional. If you do this, then I won't punish you. If you do this, then I won't take your card away so you can still get into my building. If you do this, then you have worth. If you do this, then God will love you. I just can't. I just can't believe in a God like that, one who demands your total obedience only to strike you down the second you don't follow exactly. That's not the God I know. I do, though, know a God that asks us, that beckons us, that yearns for us, that calls us. I believe in a God that calls us into a partnership, working together rather than obeying. The other day, I was playing a game with my daughter, who is 2, at the table. And like most of the time when we play at the table, a lot of our game ends up on the floor and she has to pick it up. Not because I'm horribly mean, but because she is definitely the one who threw it there. And it is always a struggle to get her to pick up the pieces on the floor. I have to coax her and persuade her and threaten her with timeout to get her down there and do it. And it's a process that could take 20 minutes or more. It's not fun for either of us at all. But usually, somewhere along the line, she'll say, "Mommy, let's do it together." And when I get on the floor with her and help her clean up the game, everything changes. She happily picks it up, and it's done in 30 seconds. And that, for me, is the big, huge, enormous difference between obedience and calling. Obedience is someone who wants to show you the power they have over you to do the things they want you to do. Calling is a relationship, or like I said, a partnership that each party steps willingly into so they can work together. Obedience is a higher power telling someone lower what to do. And then the lower one doesn't have to think, doesn't have to take moral responsibility if anything goes wrong, and doesn't have to look around and see if there's anything else that needs to be done. Once they do the exact thing they were told to do, they can walk away. Done and dusted. A call from God is the exact opposite. It's a partnership with the one in power. It's where both parties collaborate on what is the best way to move forward, taking in consideration each one's passions and talents, finding those places that need attention, and doing what they can to make the whole situation better. When you're working together in a call, both parties take responsibility when something doesn't go as planned, and again, work together to make it right. Obedience and calling are, to me, polar opposites. So that's what I think. And I'm really curious if you agree. What do you think of calling and obedience? Comment below, like and share this post, and let's continue the conversation.